So what if you had a second brain? One that never gets tired, that's always ready to sharpen your thinking, challenge your assumptions, and maybe most importantly, spot your blind spots before they turn into real problems. Now, this isn't science fiction anymore. This is exactly what the smartest leaders are building right now with AI.
I mean, just think about that for a second. That's the core promise here. It's about taking AI beyond just simple automation and really turning it into a strategic partner that amplifies your best instincts.
So many leaders feel like they're just drowning in the day-to-day. The endless operational tasks, the back-to-back meetings. The real goal is to get to that right side of the screen, to be freed up for what actually matters: strategy, relationships, and those big, high-impact decisions. The bridge to get there is a totally new way of thinking about AI.
And making that shift, it means we have to move beyond using AI for just the simple stuff like scheduling meetings. The real game changer is when you elevate it, when you make it your ultimate thought partner.
So what are we really talking about when we say AI? Well, at its core, it's technology that's designed to mimic human thinking. It plows through massive amounts of data to find patterns. It knows the sky is blue because it's seen that pattern over and over again. We're going to take that same power and apply it to strategic thinking.
So how do we actually do that? The answer is, it's almost revolutionary in how simple it is. You invite AI to partner with you, but in 3 very specific and powerful roles.
And these 3 roles, they form this complete strategic loop. First, the interviewer helps you clarify what you're even thinking. Then, the communicator helps you explain that thinking to others. And finally, and this is the big one, the challenger stress tests your ideas to make them bulletproof. Let's break each one down.
Okay, let's start with the interviewer. Picture a CEO who's planning a major market expansion. By prompting the AI to act as a skeptical interviewer, asking those tough questions about logistics and competition, she can uncover gaps in her thinking and really crystallize her priorities before spending a single dollar.
Next up, you've got the communicator. Think about a tech startup. They might have a brilliant product, but they just can't seem to explain it clearly. With AI, they can translate all that technical jargon into clear, customer-focused benefits. And the result? Prospects finally get it. They understand the value.
And finally, we have what might be the most powerful role of all, the challenger. An executive could ask their AI to argue against a massive R&D investment, to play the role of a skeptical investor, or a regulator, or even a competitor. This process, this is how you reveal those hidden risks and flawed assumptions, potentially saving millions of dollars.
And this challenger role gets right to the heart of one of the biggest dangers in any kind of leadership: our own cognitive biases. The truth is, the questions you fail to ask can be way more damaging than the answers you get wrong.
And these biases, they have very real costs. A simple assumption about what your users want can lead to a year of wasted development. And confirmation bias, that tendency to only hear the good news, that can blind you while your competitors are out there solving the real problems your customers have. So, here's the absolute crucial point. AI can either be an echo chamber that reinforces your biases, or it can be the tool that helps you break them. And it all comes down to how you direct it. You have to explicitly tell it, challenge me, play devil's advocate, find the holes in my logic. Okay, so by using AI to sharpen your thinking and challenge your biases, you free up your most valuable resource, your time. The critical question then becomes, what's the most strategic thing you can do with that newfound time?
The answer really lies in the good old Pareto principle. We've all heard it, right? That roughly 20% of what we do generates 80% of our results. The whole goal of using AI isn't just to save time, it's to free you up so you can reinvest that time into your high-impact 20%.
And this is where the path really splits. A tactical leader uses their saved time for more busy work, more admin, more internal meetings. They stay stuck. But a strategic leader, they redeploy that time to build relationships, to find new markets, the activities that create real long-term value. And look, this isn't just about you as a leader. This is about your entire team. We have to tackle the biggest fear about AI head-on. It's not here to replace people. It's here to empower them, to act as a force multiplier for their unique human talent.
So what does that division of labor look like? Well, you let AI take on the routine 80%, the analysis, the scheduling, the first drafts, and that frees up your team to focus on the high-value 20%. The strategic thinking, the creative work, the stuff that actually drives the business forward. Just look at someone like Sarah, a marketing manager. Before AI, her day was a total grind of manual tasks.
After AI, it's completely transformed. Instead of just compiling reports, she's analyzing strategic insights. Instead of just answering emails, she's deepening client relationships. She's not just more efficient anymore, she's become a strategic force.
So here's the ultimate takeaway. At the end of the day, the future really doesn't belong to leaders who think they have all the answers. It belongs to the ones who are curious enough to challenge their own thinking and to ask the smarter questions, the questions that lead to real breakthroughs.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Whether it's a new strategy, a product launch, or even just how you run your team meetings, what's the very first thing you're going to let your new AI thought partner challenge?